There's NASA astronaut Chris Cassidy's the current commander. He's on the right there of that photo. And then he was joined right now by 2 Russian cosmonauts, Anatoly Ivanishin and Ivan Wagner. They've been on board since they launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome just several weeks ago. Right now, only a 3-person crew on board. That's one of the major reasons we wanted to get this commercial crew capability online, because we're no longer flying 4 Soyuz spacecraft a year. We're only doing 2 a year. And so we need these commercial spacecraft, Dragon now in orbit, and eventually the Boeing Starliner to begin carrying larger crews up to orbit. So they're going to be joining them. Chris Cassidy, the current commander of the space station, is going to welcome Doug and Bob on board. They'll be residing inside what we call the USOS segment. It's kind of the half of the station.
This makes sense for suit drying, low priority.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we just wanted confirmation that you are drawing suit 1, or suit 2 and seat 1, just because we're not seeing telemetry from umbilical.
Yeah, that's affirmative. Suit, my suit from seat 2 is in seat 1, and it's hooked up, and we've verified airflow.
Copy, thanks.
And at this point, the crew is out of their suits and they're drying them, so they're actually reconnecting them to the umbilicals of the seats that they're not using. You heard them refer to seats 2 and 1. If you were looking inside the Dragon capsule, it goes seats 1 through 4 from right to left, so it's a little backwards. Doug Hurley is in seat number 2, that's the commander's seat. Bob Bank in seat 3, that's the pilot's seat for this flight. And obviously, nobody in seats 1 and 4 on this way uphill, but they are getting their suits connected to the umbilicals, which can provide communications when the astronauts are actually in the suit, but you can actually flow air into the suit through that umbilical, and they're just using that to dry it out now that the crew's not wearing them and they're comfortable on orbit.
Yeah, I can imagine that despite that airflow going through the suits throughout the entire time of leading up to launch and launch itself, I can imagine it's still, you know, with the adrenaline and their hearts pumping, I imagine it might have gotten a little sweaty in there anyway.
Yeah, doing a little bit kind of like hanging your laundry in space almost, but they're going to be out of these suits for the next several hours. They'll be able to get a little bit more comfortable in the Dragon capsule. They will be wearing them again when it's time to dock, though. We typically have astronauts suit up anytime they're in a dynamic operation, so that's obviously a launch, anytime you're docking or undocking from a spacecraft, and then definitely on that re-entry and landing.
Yeah, so as you've heard us say before about these suits, they are custom made for Bob and Doug, so there's really no chance that they might be able to put the other ones on, like their name is stitched on it for obvious reasons, but these suits are highly intelligent and highly functional, so even though